One of the issues with using digital elevation models for terrain height maps in video game engines is that quite often the game design will require play areas within the center of the terrain world. In software such as Unreal Engine 4, the landscape can be painted flat in the gameplay areas, but this can be tedious and time-consuming. A rapid method for creating play areas can be accomplished using the Blend tool in TerreSculptor. I located a random 1 meter sized digital elevation model that is mostly a mountainous area, so that we can place a play area in the center and have a good set of mountains around the perimeter. I resampled the digital elevation model to 8129 by 8129, which is the largest landscape size, and gives us a 64 square kilometer world. This terrain, when viewed overhead, has a fairly consistent mountainous layout. Export the 8129 height map from TerreSculptor as a 16-bit PNG. We will use this file both for the Unreal Engine landscape height map and for the source image for creating the blend mask. Open the 16-bit PNG height map in Photoshop. Zoom into the center of the terrain image and locate a good area with erosion water flow channels. That is where we will create the flat play area. Using the freehand lasso mask tool, draw a sort of circular mask following the terrain contours, which is where the play area will be located. Fill the inside of the mask region with white. Invert the selection and fill the outside of the mask region with black. Using the blur filters, apply a Gaussian blur with a radius of 64 pixels. Save this image to file as Terrain Mask PNG in 16-bit PNG format. Go back to TerreSculptor. We still have the original 8129 terrain height map open in the editor project. On the Transform menu, choose the Blend tool. This is the Blend dialog. It is used to blend a constant altitude value or an external file with the current editor height map. The blend amount can be specified either with a blend amount value or with the blend amount and an alpha mask file. An alpha mask lets us determine what regions of the editor height map will be blended with the constant value or the external file. We will be using the constant altitude with alpha mask file method. Set the constant value to 50 to start. Click on the ellipses 3 dots button on the alpha file and browse to the terrain mask file that we saved out of Photoshop earlier. Enable the Use Alpha Blend file checkbox option. Set the blend amount to 50 to start. We can now see a bump with an altitude of 50 in the center of the editor terrain height map. Zoom the preview viewport's camera up closer to the center of the height map so that we can finally adjust the altitude of the flat play area. The constant value will determine the altitude of the play area. In this case, a constant value of 9.5 results in the altitude level that we want to blend the play area into the map's surrounding features. And the blend amount will determine how much of a change we have from the original height map mountainous layout to the flat plane shape. If we set the blend amount to just below 50, we retain some of the randomness of the original height map altitude levels instead of having a completely flat play area. Click on the Blend dialog's OK button when you have it adjusted where you want it. This is the final results of the Blend tool on the terrain height map. We have a nice flat play area which is blended quite naturally into the surrounding hills. This is a quick set of before and after images to show the amount of change. Save this modified terrain height map as HTerrain 8129 in 16-bit PNG format. This will be our landscape height map in Unreal Engine 4. I created a few weight maps within TerreSculptor for use on this landscape in Unreal Engine 4. See the tutorial video on this channel titled Creating a HQ UE4 Landscape for information on how to create a splat map style high quality landscape. The weight maps that I created are for the erosion water flow for dirt, the flat slopes for gravel, and the steep slopes for rock. The base splat map channel will be grass. These 3 weight maps were used in the Splat Map Creator to create a material splat map for Unreal Engine 4. Here are a few quick screenshots of the flat play area in this landscape terrain. Here is a short video of the landscape.